Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more TEW2020 with AEW. We are continuing on our road to Revolution, which is still quite a ways off. I believe it's another, 12 weeks still. It's the 2nd of February, so yeah, we got 2 months of build. So, we start off with Dark, as Mary Dobson defeats Tara Shirk. Nathaniel Murphy and the debuting David Fudre, I don't know how to pronounce it, defeat Lee Johnson and Sean Dean. They have bad chemistry. David Fudre, he's actually got really good star quality. He's 71 star quality right away. And he's got some decent stats, so he's also, like Nathaniel Murphy, he's a project for the future. So, testing out to see if him and Murphy can form a team. They cannot. Good to know. AJ Mendez defeats Kylie Ray. The Hit Squad make their in-game debut, or in-ring debut, rather, defeating Hayabusa and Sunny Kiss, who also do not work as a team. Serena Deeb and Janice White defeat Thunder Rosa and a debuting Thunder Rosa defeats Serena Deeb and Janice White with a debuting Reina Obscura. Poor rating for that gimmick. Oh well. Ooh, that's a shame. Ray Phoenix defeats Marco Stunt. Sean Spears defeats Dustin Rhodes. Orange Cassidy and Jeff Cobb go against each other, and Jeff Cobb picks up the win, but they have good chemistry. Interesting. And then Luchasaurus defeats Santana, and they also have good chemistry, and that finishes off our show of Dark. We start off our show of Dynamite with the FTR Open Challenge, as FTR defeats Sammy Guevara and Ace Austin of the Inner Circle. There's some other things with this. By the way, I do apologize if the show is not exactly the highest quality. It's been a while since I've recorded, almost an entire month, so I'm a little bit rusty at the whole thing. During the match, so pretty close to the end, Hager, he ran out. He was going to help the Inner Circle, help Sammy, help Ace, but Charles Betts, he came in, he intercepted, took down Hager, and that set Ace and Sammy off a little bit. I think it was Ace that got pinned, I would assume, knowing how the game works. So, Ace got pinned. FTR, they're kind of yelling, we don't need to cheat to win. We're, no gimmicks with us. We just fight everyone. Us, Kurt Angle, Charles Betts, all of us, we go out there and we just beat the crap out of people. We just, we're legitimate fighters, is what they're basically trying to say. And Jericho, he gets pissed off because, the insinuation that his guys aren't actual fighters. He starts yelling back. He has a mic. He's, insulting everyone. Probably, making fun of Dax's mustache, making fun of Kurt being old, all sorts of things. Maybe even poking a few jabs at the Shorty G gimmick. Why not? And eventually, Inner Circle, they all get up and leave. That finishes that off. In our second title match in a row, Hikaru Shida defeats Abaddon. Yeah. Pretty good showing. Abaddon still definitely needs a lot of in-ring work. She's still quite green in the ring. She definitely has a lot of potential, I think, but still not there yet. A 33 performance for Abaddon, that's still pretty good. That is with Shida helping her look strong. Check the dirt sheet. Yeah, bonus for being shined up by Shida. Yeah, poor psychology, inexperience, inconsistent. This is just a lot of... Abaddon just needs to have more experience in the ring. I think she definitely has a big future. I don't know if it's title future, especially now that we have Kana, but Abaddon definitely looks to be pretty good in the future. Even though, 33 for right now, that's about on par with her pop, I believe. So, she still definitely needs to work on their in-ring stuff, but I'm still happy with that. Yep. Thank you, Jericho. Afterwards, Chris Statlander heads to the ring, and she completely ignores Sheeta. Sheeta, probably right away, once she hears Statlander's music, she's getting ready to fight. She's getting ready to beat some alien ass. But Chris just completely ignores her. She slides in the ring. She's just staring at Abaddon. And Maki Ito, she wants to go in and help, but, she's a little bit intimidated by Chris Statlander. She's a little bit of a coward. Hikaru Shida's staring at her. And Chris, she just kind of pokes Abaddon on the nose, and Abaddon just flips out. She's screaming. She seems to be writhing in pain. She's, just going completely apeshit. Just something is clearly wrong with Abaddon. Chris Statlander's alien powers have something adverse going on with Abaddon. We don't know what yet. We don't know what the hell is going on. Sheeta has no idea what the hell is going on. She leaves right away. And Statlander, she's kind of just looking at her and just like, okay, this has even shocked me a little bit. And then Statlander leaves. Sheeta's probably already backstage by the time that Statlander leaves the ring. And then Maki Ito finally gets the courage to slide into the ring. She checks on Abaddon, and Abaddon is now, after completely freaking out about, not even a minute ago, just completely still. She's unconscious. We don't really know what's going on. Yep. Okay. Cody is interviewed backstage by Renee Paquette about his return last week beating down Brody Lee. And Cody says, definitely seeing how Brody Lee has handled the title made me a bit uncomfortable. I recovered from his attack on me. That led me to train harder and harder. I'm a bigger man, I'm a stronger man, I've got a chip on my shoulder now. See, while the pay-per-views are great for giving a big spectacle, there's some people that only have the ability to rely on the shows here on TNT. That's what the championship represents. It represents the people sitting at home. People who want to see good wrestling on their television. All those people who check in every single week because it's the best damn wrestling show in America. You know what? Brody squandered all that he represents. To show how dedicated I am to the people, I'm challenging him for that title at the 2021 New Year Special. Trust me, it will be a show worth it. So AEW, Real Life, they do these sort of mini pay-per-views. You have like the anniversary special, where all the titles were up for the line. That's kind of same thing that I'm doing here, where we have, essentially it's a pay-per-view for free. Doesn't have the spectacle of it, it's not going to get as good of money for me, but I think, it fits in with what AEW actually does in real life, so that's kind of a reason for me to do it. Give the New Year's something, make it so that there's actually there's a halfway point between now and Revolution, because it is a long build-up between Full Gear and Revolution. You have basically, 3 months? 4 months? Something like that. You have a lot of time in between Full Gear and Revolution, so kind of having this mini pay-per-view almost right in the middle of that'll really help out. So, Cody, first match confirmed for that 2021 New Year Special. Yes, it is a month away, like a month and a half away, honestly, but still. After this, Jordan Grace defeats Britt Baker in a match that's actually that is really good. Wow. That's a lot higher than I expected. Anyways, after the match, cuts to backstage. The Inner Circle are talking about what happened earlier in the show, the whole thing with FTR, and there's TV in the background and showing Jordan Grace celebrating. I'm imagining this is kind of like, I forget who did the shot. I might have been TNA. I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling. I didn't start watching wrestling until a few years back. It's zoomed in on the TV screen and kind of zooms out to show it's this backstage area where the Inner Circle, they're all huddled together. I only have Jericho up here because I forgot to put everyone else, slots for everyone else. It's fine. And AJ Mendez walks in. She taps Jericho on the shoulder, and she says, Chris, me and you have worked with each other in the past. And as you can see from Jordan up there, the women's division is even being leaked into by Cody, people like Brody Lee. All those VIPs club, they've got a foothold in the women's division. Basically just saying that all the different stables are starting to get in on the women's division, which, you know, Inner Circle doesn't have anyone yet, so AJ Mendez, she says, I'll be the first to admit that I haven't been in the best form since coming to AEW. I'd be glad to join the Inner Circle and lead the division. Chris Jericho, he's kind of just confused by AJ Mendez showing up. He goes in, he huddles with the rest of the Inner Circle, and he says, alright. Now this part got cut off, but he says, alright, you know what, fine, but we need to still see that you're worth it. Yes, you are a veteran, you have been around for a while, but also, you've been on terrible form. You've had a very poor record since coming to AEW. So, next week, we're setting up a challenge for you. If you beat that, you're in. Which, Ace maybe looks a little bit like, okay, I had to face, you know, a fatal 4-way. I had to face Jericho himself in order to join. So he's a little bit peeved about that, but AJ Mendez, she possibly has a chance to join the Inner Circle next week. After this, Hit Squad, Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz defeats Brian Pillman Jr. and Andrew Everett after Wentz submits Pillman Jr. Xavier breaks his jaw, which sucks. And after the match, Hit Squad, they take out Pac, Xavier with his broken jaw still, but whatever. And Pac, he heads into the ring. You know, he has a mic, says, Brian, you have so much potential that you're wasting with Sting. He's old, he's outdated, you've just been complacent with him because he knew your dad. I know that you want to win. I know you want to finally prove yourself on the scene, finally prove that you're worthy of the name of Brian Pillman. Trust me, I know what it takes to win, and I can show you if... And then he's about to say some more when Ray Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., they jump into the ring. Jacob Fatu, Eddie Kingston aren't far behind. They take out the Hit Squad. Hit Squad are obviously worsened now. I can probably work that into an angle somehow, as Desmond Xavier is injured. So, yeah, it's good work here. And Eddie Kingston, he's yelling at Pac. He's like, alright, you know what? Fine. You still want to start shit with me, even though I've proven that Phoenix and Penta want to be with me? Well, alright. Next week, how about you face on the entirety of the Blood Brothers? Which, it's unfair, yes, but, you know, who said you're supposed to play fair? These are both heel factions. After this, Kenny Omega defeats Darby Allin in a 77 match. And I meant to have Mox off screen. Oh well. Kenny's sitting on a turnbuckle, and this might be one of our best rated segments ever, but whatever. And he says, Darby, I think you've got potential, but you're nowhere near it yet. You're at dark level right now, kid. As for me, I deserve the spotlight. I'm championship caliber, and I've proven that before. I have been an IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I don't give a damn what Paige or Coda or anyone tries to say. I'm probably the person here most deserving for a shot at that glistening title around Moxley's waist. Yes, MJF's good and all. He won the Battle Royale, but he's green. He's weak. He's never had a title like this. He's never been up to that level before. He's nowhere near my level. Mox, how's about you give me a shot at your title there? He won't be at a stage like Revolution, sure. Maybe, perhaps, the New Year's show, but I think there's an audience for seeing two of the best workers in the entire world go at it for the best prize in wrestling. I know you're not here today, Mox, but think about it. This message is for you, so listen to it well. And I imagine this entire time, Kenny, he is kind of looking almost lazy with everything, you know, he's twirling the mic around in his hand, he's just talking into it, looking around, he's almost bored with everything. So, you know, just a little detail that I thought would be fun to add. Our main event, Private Party defeats the Young Bucks. And they basically confirm their status as the #1 contenders. Yeah, I mean, a bit disappointing for a main event, but I still think that's a good rating. I mean, that's going to be a huge boost for the Private Party. I mean, 60 for Isaiah Cassidy. That's super good. I feel like at the beginning of the series, he had like 40s. So, yeah. Our show finishes with a 72. Very happy with that. I think that was very much propped up by the Kenny Omega Darby Allin. I think that definitely did a lot of work for that. So, that's something. But yeah. We got our confirmation of the New Year's spectacle. And also, I will just say this, no spoilers as to why, but next week's show is going to be huge. We got some big things coming in, but you'll have to wait for the next time to see that. So until then, see you later.